John Calvin, Epistolae, episode 49. Deus bona, quales et quam iucundos lusus praebemus papistis, quasi illis locaverdimus nostram operam, sed ego importune facio, qui malis istis recensendis, quibus mederdri non potes, moirorem tibi frustra augeo. Calvin says, good God, or we might say more piously, God help us. What kind and how pleasant are the games, the sports, that we are offering to the papists, as though we have devoted our labor to them, illis. But I am acting in an untimely manner, importune facio, I who, in reviewing these, the sorrows or the evils, the ones which you cannot remedy, you cannot fix, the sorrow or the pain to you, I am adding up, I am increasing in vain, frustra. This is a really nice couple sentences that Calvin has put together. Let's analyze them in more detail. He begins with vocative. Deus bona is a masculine singular in vocative. Notice that the vocative of the adjective bonus, as a second declension adjective, is bona. But the vocative of deus, ending in a us here, is simply deus. So good God, or maybe God help us. Then we have quales, which is masculine plural and accusative, an adjective. Then iucundos in the same gender number case, and it is modified by the adverb quam. Look at the kind and look at how pleasant are the sports, the games, lusus, masculine plural and accusative. It's a fourth declension noun, lusus, like so, lusus, masculine. Look at the ones that we are offering, praebemus, to the papists. So praebemus is second declension. It's the verb praebeo, praebere, like so. So this is a first plural, present indicative active. And papistis, of course, a term of reproach. It's a pejorative to Calvin's opponents, as used by many Protestants. It's masculine plural and dative. It's the indirect object of praebemus, lusus being the direct object. So he's saying we are certainly giving the papists a lot to laugh at, a lot of entertainment. Because Calvin says Protestants are supposed to be united in their view of these things, but in fact there's division, and so the papists are entertained. Then he adds parenthetically, quasi, as though we shall have placed locaveremus. This is the verb loco, locare, which means to place or to dedicate. I'm taking this as a first plural, future perfect, indicative, and active, but perhaps we could take it as a first plural, perfect subjunctive. Perhaps with quasi we should take it as that, as a perfect subjunctive on second thought. As though we had dedicated, we had situated our effort, expended our effort, nostram operam, feminine singular and accusative, for their benefit, illis, a masculine plural dative, referring, of course, to papistis from the end of the previous sentence. Then Calvin moves to gentle self-reproach, sed ego importune facio, but I am acting, facio, I am acting in an untimely fashion, importune. This is an adverb from the adjective importunus which means at the wrong time, or perhaps somewhat rudely, inappropriately, like so. And here is the idiom to act in the wrong fashion at the wrong time, importune and facere. But I am acting in a somewhat inappropriate fashion. And then we have the qui clause. Qui through augeo is going to modify ego. I who, and then we have malis istis recensendis. So when there are evils that are being reviewed, I'm taking this as an ablative absolute. So this is a neuter plural ablative. Malis is the substantive adjective modified by istis and recensendis. So mala, malordrum, neuter plural adjective used here as a noun, who, in reviewing these evils, ones which, quibus, you cannot fix. Mederi is the verb medeor, like so. It's a deponent verb, medeor, mederi, like such, and it means to bring a remedy to, and it takes the dative case. Thus we have quibus here in the neuter plural dative. It's a relative pronoun. Its antecedent is malis. In doing all of that, what am I doing? I am increasing augeo. I'm piling up upon you, tibi, your moiroirem, your sorrow. So this is the noun moiror, like so. It's third declension, and it's masculine, moiror, moiroris. I'm increasing your sorrow or your frustration, and I'm doing so in vain, frustra, which is an adverb. To be here, masculine, singular, dative, and of course it's Melanchthon. I should mention as well that this word moiror has an alternative spelling. You can find it more readily in the dictionary as myror, and it has the sense of bitterness. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really loved it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.